Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Stewart Field for today's men's soccer matchup, a non-conference matchup between the visiting Lake Forest College Foresters and your Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Illinois Tech and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and the officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or other abusive comments and actions directed at the officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and may be grounds for removal from Stewart Field. And welcome into the broadcast, folks. We're going to get you the starting lineups here shortly. Welcome into Stewart Field here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Illinois Tech men's soccer taking on Lake Forest College here in a non-conference matchup. We'll have the starters for you, and then we'll have the national anthem, and then we'll get play started here shortly. Fans, let's meet the starting lineups first for the visiting Foresters of Lake Forest College. A graduate student defender from San Salvador, El Salvador, number 2, Rafael Bonilla Clamaco. A junior defender from Zion, Illinois, number 4, Alexis Flores. Sophomore midfielder from Portland, Oregon, number 7, Nico Lamonto. A sophomore midfielder from Elk Grove, Illinois, number 8, Peter Serbo. A senior midfielder from Glendora, California, number 10, Eric Rodriguez. A senior midfielder from Cairo, Egypt, number 11, Ahmed Abdelhamid. A first-year defender from Stockholm, Sweden, number 21, Marcus Pricing. A junior midfielder from Gurnee, Illinois, number 25, Miguel Rodriguez. A first-year forward from Galesburg, Illinois, number 31, Sam Satiski. A junior midfielder from Waukegan, Illinois, number 29, Gio Diaz. The goalkeeper for the Foresters today, a junior from Niles, Illinois, number 33, Dennis Turdine. The Foresters are coached by head coach Dan Andrews, assistant coaches Kyle Jones, Sean Avila, and Brad Ernest. And now the starting lineups for your Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. A junior defender from Plainfield, Illinois, number 3, Matthew Watson. Senior forward from Skokie, Illinois, number 6, Devin Zachary. A sophomore midfielder from Peoria, Illinois, number 8, Paul Balea. A senior forward from Weston, Florida, number 9, Mateo Sanchez. Junior midfielder from Burbank, Illinois, number 11, Christian Garcia. Sophomore defender from Homer Glen, Illinois, number 12, Zach Skiba. A first-year midfielder from Grand Blanc, Michigan, number 23, Carson Floyd. A first-year defender midfielder from Athens, Greece, number 24, Athanasis Karagianis. Sophomore defender midfielder from Bensonville, Illinois, number 25, Dominic Krupa. A sophomore defender from Larnaca, Cyprus, number 31, Piros Simitras. And in goal for the Scarlet Hawks, sophomore from Helsingborg, Sweden, number 99, Colin Thomas. The Scarlet Hawks are coached by head coach Marlon McKenzie in his first season, assistant coaches Aziz Tar and Julian Soto. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd all please rise, remove your hats if you're wearing any, as we honor America for the playing of our national anthem. Well, welcome back into the broadcast booth, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into today's non-conference match between the visiting Lake Forest College Foresters and the host Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Hello, everyone. This is Eric Willowhite, the Sports Information Director for Illinois Tech Athletics. Going to be on the call today for today's broadcast. Both teams coming off of victories. The Scarlet Hawks played down in Eureka, Illinois on Friday, and they were 5-0 winners against the Red Devils. Lake Forest actually played a Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference opponent yesterday in Wisconsin Lutheran, and the Foresters defeated Wisconsin Lutheran 1-0 yesterday. So that's where we're at in terms of the last match for each team. Illinois Tech is in all white. They'll be going right to left to start things off on your screen with red numerals. Lake Forest is in all black with red stripes, white numerals on the front and on the back side. They'll be going left to right on your viewing screen. Goalkeeper for Lake Forest, Dennis Turdine, will be in fluorescent yellow. And for Illinois Tech, purple is the color for Colin Thomas. Illinois Tech dealing with some injuries, so some different starters for this match. As we get ready to get underway, Illinois Tech will put the ball in play as Mateo Sanchez, one of the Scarlet Hawks captains, does so. And we're underway here at Stewart Field. Thank you for joining us on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. If you're an Illinois Tech fan, Lake Forest fan, or just a fan of collegiate soccer, thank you for tuning in. Lake Forest in their own zone. They're going to chip it up into Hawks territory. Simitris trying to battle that along with Krupa. And that'll result in a Scarlet Hawks throw-in by Karagiannis. Athanasis Karagiannis. That one didn't roll off the tongue during the lineup announcement, but I'll try and get it right during the broadcast there. I'll have plenty of other opportunities as we go along this season. Foresters coming in with a record of 1-4 overall. They've scored 7 goals on the season. They're averaging 1.4 goals per game, 61 shots, 12.2 shots per game. They've had 28 shots on frame. And they've allowed 2 goals per game average. For Illinois Tech, a record of 3-0-1, 10 goals scored on the season. They're averaging 2.5 goals per game. 48 shots on the season, 12 shots per game, so both teams around the same area for shots per game. 30 shots on goal, and a 0.75 goals against average for Colin Thomas and crew. Adam Falsino has some time on the season, as does Harry Reinecke. Lake Forest has the ball inside Hawks territory. Alexis Flores drops it to Miguel Rodriguez, and now over to Serbo, Peter Serbo. Serbo had the lone goal in yesterday's game against Wisconsin Lutheran. That was on a penalty kick. So Serbo with the game winner yesterday. Against the Warriors. Serbo from Elk Grove Village, Illinois, suburb of Chicago, and went to Conant High School, Mid-Suburban League. Throw in coming for the Foresters. Sam Satiski will take the throw, and he's going to get a running start here along the far sideline inside Hawks territory. Throwing that towards the box. Piro Simitris heads that one forward, as does Mateo Sanchez, so that ball coming upside the zone. Pressure being put on by the Hawks, tracked down by Alexis Flores, and then he'll get it over to the far side of the field. And spinning inside his own zone is Marcus Pricing. Oh, tap from Gio Diaz. And it's ejected, almost ejected outside the zone, but kept in by the Foresters. Good job by the Foresters maintaining possession here. Miguel Rodriguez over to Rafael Bonilla Climaco. Now down to the back line, chip toward the box. That one's sailing over towards the far side. And what's the ruling here? They're going to say it is a corner kick. So a corner kick coming. Taking the corner will be Peter Serbo. So first corner for either team going to take place right now. The Foresters have it here in the first 5 minutes. Kick from Serbo. Low drive. Swings through the box. Scarlet Hawks try and boot it upfield, but the Foresters keep it in where Serbo tracks it down on the far sideline. Serbo upfield to Bonilla Climaco. Oh, nice ball through the legs from Serbo, but then it's pushed into Lake Forest territory. Here's Flores. Flores will go near side to Pricing. Pricing gets it over the midfield stripe. Now the Foresters look to change direction on the field. Ball in the center. That's taken away by the Hawks. And taken back by the Foresters. Here's Eric Rodriguez. Rodriguez spinning. Drops it back up high to Serbo with a spin. Serbo, right foot shot. And that one's going to go wide of the far post. Good work by the Foresters. A shot goes wide from Serbo. Zach Skiba pushing that ball upfield, finding Devin Zachary. Then Paul Balea had it for a moment, and now the Foresters come back inside the zone. Here's Serbo again. Serbo over to that near side, far side, I should say. Ball dribbled out. That'll be Illinois Tech throw-in on the far side. Free kick coming here for the Foresters. And we're back on the stream. Apologize, folks. For some reason the stream stopped. I don't know how far it stopped, but we're back in action here. It's 1-0. We just had a water break. At 21:44 remaining here in the opening half. A foul at Illinois Tech as Eric Rodriguez was fouled in the circle. That'd have been Christian Garcia. Serbo put the ball back in play. So before that water break, Lake Forest generating a lot of chances and quite a few set pieces in that last 5 minutes of play. Weren't able to cash in, but they were getting plenty of grade A opportunities. Now, a few Scarlet Hawks waiting to check in. These would be the first set of substitutions of the match. Got Cal Graham along with Nick Skiba and Logan Garcia. So those will be your first set of substitutions for either team at the next opportunity. As Nico Lamonto pushes it infield. 31-on-31 crime there as Piro Samitris fouls Sam Satiski. So we're going to get a free kick for the Foresters. It'll be Peter Serbo. And he's also being flanked by Nico Lamonto. Now Lamonto will peel back. He'll be to the left of Serbo. Serbo gives a look over to Lamonto. And he's going to make the pass. Lamonto, and that's knocked out of there. Mateo Sanchez gets to the ball first, and result in a throw-in for Serbo and the Foresters. Here's the throw. Header towards the box, and then deflected in again. I think that was Gio Diaz. So the goal coming from Gio Diaz with the assist from Miguel Rodriguez. Lake Forest goal scored by number 29, Gio Diaz. Assist number 25, Miguel Rodriguez at 19:08. So we're all square at one apiece. As that throw-in from Serbo, the Foresters were able to handle that throw-in and get 2 touches on it before the eventual header into the net by Diaz. It was a header-to-header pass from Miguel Rodriguez over to Gio Diaz, and that's how we have this match evened up at 1. Into the zone, Simitras, ball is loose, push from behind, and it looks like they'll give a foul to Satiski. Now, Piros arguing with his goalkeeper, Colin Thomas, there. Jake Skiba, who entered the game after that goal, along with Cal Graham and Logan Garcia. For Illinois Tech. Here's Cal Graham. Graham with a shot and a block. Good block there from Bonilla Clamaco. And then pushed out of there by Serbo upfield. Simitras gets there first, Cargianis, and that's deflected out of bounds by Eric Rodriguez, throw in for the Hawks and Cargianis. Now that ball pushed over to the near side. Pricing bodies it down. Ball taken away by Balea. Zach Skiba upfield. Flores will get it, and then Serbo for Lake Forest. Now Miguel Rodriguez. Flores with the chip, headed upfield by Cargianis. Miguel Rodriguez will take possession. He still has possession, plenty of space. Logan Garcia trying to get him from behind, but Balea intercepts. Upfield goes Balea. Trying to squeeze it through to find Cal Graham, but Serbo does a good job of intercepting. And the Foresters regain possession. Here's Flores over the midfield stripe. Check that, that's Abdelhamid. Abdelhamid. Now to Pricing. Pricing a chip towards the box, and Thomas comes out and hauls that in for the Hawks. 15:37 remaining in the opening half. We're all squared at 1 here in this non-conference match Sunny Sunday afternoon here on the south side of Chicago. Samitras upfield. Cal Graham deflects it down. Lake Forest regains possession. Serbo dances with it. And now finds Eric Rodriguez. Eric Rodriguez going towards the back line, battling with Samitras. Now Karagiannis. Karagiannis pushes it back upfield. Taken by Krupa. Now Logan Garcia up ahead finds Devin Zachary. Zachary pops it high to Graham, and we're going to get an offsides call against the Hawks. Foresters getting ready to bring in their first substitution. Nathan Kostavetsky will come in during the next opportunities. Coach Marlon McKenzie, you can hear him in the background telling the team to push up and pressure. Over to Turdine. Now Pricing. Pricing slips. Coach McKenzie looking for more pressure from his team. And now Serbo. Serbo ahead to Eric Rodriguez. Taken by Karagiannis, then Samitras upfield. That's knocked down by Miguel Rodriguez. Balea to the circle. Gio Diaz. Header by Satiski. Colin Thomas calls for it, and he'll take possession as Satiski comes in to apply pressure. 13:28 to go in the opening half. 1-1 is our score. Now Matthew Watson. That ball pinballs around, comes back to Watson. Zachary to Zach Skiba. Upfield to Jake Skiba, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Hawks. Another substitution. So substitution coming in for Lake Forest as Nathan Kostavetsky comes in. He'll replace Sam Satiski. And for the Scarlet Hawks, coming in will be Jake Skiba. So Nick, Jake, and Zach all in. Jake comes in now and replaces Devin Zachary with 12:35 to go. So once again, we're in the full Skiba formation for the Scarlet Hawks. As Krupa applies pressure. Ball back inside the zone. Eric Rodriguez does a nice job. Tried to get that ball through, but Samitras gets in front of it, knocks it down. Good defensive play by 31 in white. Here's Logan Garcia. That ball heading towards that far corner goes out of bounds. It'll result in a throw-in for Lake Forest. Serbo, Peter Serbo. Upfield to Kostavetsky. And now Gio Diaz. Diaz towards the back line. And we get it offsides. Against Lake Forest. Thomas with the roll to Watson. Kostavetsky will apply some pressure. Then through the midfield stripe goes Paul Balea. Balea's ball was deflected, pushed ahead, however. And Nick Skiba will take possession. Check that. That is. That was Jake from Nick. Now Zach Skiba over to Krupa. Krupa to Samitras. Karagiannis on the far side. He'll go to the midfield stripe and then cut towards the center. Karagiannis with a little space. Then goes crossover to Zach Skiba on the near side. Skiba. He'll roll it upfield. Simitris now has some space in front of him. Chipping towards the box. And cutting in was Nick Skiba, but that's headed out of there and pushed upfield by the Foresters. Hawks will have to regroup and try again as we're coming up on 10 minutes remaining here in the opening half. 1-1 is your score. Goals by Devin Zachary for the Scarlet Hawks and Gio Diaz for the Foresters. Zach Skiba trying to squeeze that one into Nick. Taken away by Flores and the Foresters. Simitris with the steal, trying to squeeze it in the middle, and it's intercepted by Miguel Rodriguez. Tell Simitris, good instincts, knowing when to jump in there, but just wasn't able to get that ball in. Rodriguez with good instincts of his own to cut that one off at the path. Bonilla Climaco to the circle, Flores. Flores now, Gio Diaz. Diaz inside to Kostavetsky. Kostavetsky battling with Krupa, and Krupa still has it. Now Balea finds Logan Garcia, tap to Nick Skiba and Cal Graham. Cal Graham. Cargianis wanted that ball, but Graham went further inside and it was stolen away by Lake Forest. Cargianis wanted that one, but that pass went past him. Here come the Foresters, chipping towards the box. Ball is headed down by Eric Rodriguez, but just a one-hopper into the hands of goalkeeper Colin Thomas for the Hawks. 8:22 remaining in the first half. Kostavetsky for the Foresters. Now Eric Rodriguez. In the far corner, Lomanto. That one's lofted high over the net. Goal kick for the Scarlet Hawks. Substitution now coming in for Illinois Tech will be Ben Mell. Mell will be replacing Paul Balea. And Mell coming in with some instructions from the sidelines, talking things over with Nick Skiba and Dominic Krupa. Thomas pushes it in play over to Simitris. Piros with the boot. There's Cal Graham. Ball still free. And Miguel Rodriguez able to shield Graham and keep the ball in play for the Foresters as they push it over to the near side where Marcus Pricing will field it. A couple substitutions going to come in for Lake Forest at the next opportunity. We have Griffin Weiss and Arson Uwamba. A slip by the Foresters, and another slip by the Hawks. Then a tackle by Zach Skiba as he takes down Ahmed Abdelhamid. And it looks like we're probably going to get a yes. So Zach Skiba gets the yellow card there on the foul on Abdelhamid. Abdelhamid is still down on the turf. We're going to wait to see if the trainer needs to come over. Foresters will have a free kick. We haven't had the word yet for the trainer. As Abdelhamid is still on the turf, and now he gets up. He's going to be helped off. Training staff coming out to meet Abdelhamid. So Griffin Weiss will actually go in for Eric Rodriguez. That might have been the intended substitution anyways, but Even if not, Weiss will come in for Abdelhamid, I should say. Free kick just inside the midfield stripe. That one whistles towards the top of the box. Serbo with the boot. Oh, that rolls off of Simitris. Then he'll clear it upfield to Logan Garcia. Now that one's going to loft over towards the far sideline. Still in the air. Graham going up there with Bonilla Climaco. Climaco gets there first and pushes it to goalkeeper Turdine. Turdine with a loft upfield. Bodied by Serbo. Now Karagiannis with two players pursuing him. He just taps it out of bounds. It'll interesting. Okay, it'll be Rain Hawk ball. I thought he was last to touch it. That one deflected out of bounds. That'll be Scarlet Hawks ball with a throw in on the far side with 5:41 remaining. Here's Krupa. Krupa to Karagiannis. Inside to Cal Graham. Graham tried to tap that one to Ben Mel, but didn't have enough on it, and the Foresters take it back. Here's Serbo. Serbo upfield to Eric Rodriguez, and now Lamonto. Lamonto tried to squeeze that through ball over to Kostavetsky. Now Kostavetsky tracking it down in the far corner. Kostavetsky. Towards the box, pushed upfield by Simitris. Piros set a strong game defensively, getting in front of a lot of opportunities that the Foresters have been looking to cash in on. And he's been able to gum up the works a few times against the Foresters. Flores had it, and now we get a foul by Lake Forest. That'll be Illinois Tech ball. Waiting to come in on the next substitution will be Arsen Uwamba. Another player joining him on the near side is number 28, Ali Francis for Lake Forest. For the Scarlet Hawks, Lorenzo Fideli will come in at the next opportunity as well. Ball headed upfield by Eric Rodriguez to the circle, Krupa. And Krupa gets it over to Zach Skiba. Skiba trying to feed it inside to brother Nick, but that was cut off by Serbo. Kostavetsky. Little green in front of him, and then he gets it over to Lamonto. Lamonto ahead to Kostavetsky on the back line. That one rolls over the back line and out by Piros, so a corner kick coming for Lake Forest. So Fideli in for the Hawks. Coming in for Logan Garcia. Ali Francis was taking on Lamonto. And then Uwamba coming in for Eric Rodriguez. Corner kick coming for Serbo and Lake Forest with 3:06 to go. High kick going towards the near side, headed down and into the hands of Thomas. That was Pricing who got a piece of it, but Thomas was able to gather it up as we're under 3 minutes now, 2:50 remaining in the opening half. Thomas will roll it to Watson. Watson to Ben Mel, over to Piros Simitris. Simitris with the heavy boot. Finds Cal Graham. That rolls off his foot over to Alexis Flores. Pricing with the spin move, and he's going to get fouled by Cal Graham. Fideli trying to push it ahead to Graham. Bonilla Climaco gets to the ball first, and now Serbo has it for the Foresters. He'll push that one upfield. Simitris will get there first. Double team, but he's able to push it ahead. Finds Krupa. Krupa into the circle, Ben Mel. Ben Mel with a minute 53 to go. Tried to find Nick Skiba there, but it's headed forward by Lake Forest. And now Simitras and Thomas converging on the ball. They'll let it roll over the back line for a goal kick as we're down to a minute 35. Now Krupa has removed his gear as brace he had on his knee. So not sure if that's against doctor's wishes, but the brace has come off for Dominic Krupa as they're coming up on 1 minute remaining in the opening half. 1 minute remaining in the half, 1 minute. There's Uwamba. That ball lofted upfield by Watson. And now Flores, Alexis Flores, Gio Diaz to Pricing. We're going to get an offsides call against Lake Forest. .28 seconds remaining. Zach Skiba with the throw. Finds Cal Graham on that near side, taken away by Diaz and the Foresters. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And your score at the half, Illinois Tech 1 and Lake Forest 1. No, take out a few. Yeah, because it won't work if you just put in, like put 6 in there or something. And we'll take an audio break here. We'll come back with halftime stats. At halftime, Illinois Tech 1 and Lake Forest 1. You're watching Illinois Tech men's soccer on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. And we're back at Stewart Field as we get ready for second half play. Let's get the first half statistics in the match. The score is 1-1. Lake Forest with 10 shots, 3 for Illinois Tech, 3 shots on goal for the Foresters, 2 for the Hawks. 6 corner kicks for Lake Forest, only 1 for Illinois Tech. The Hawks were issued a yellow card, Zach Skiba. 4 fouls apiece. Each team was whistled for 1 offsides. They each allowed 1 goal. 2 saves for Colin Thomas and 1 save for Dennis Turdine. The goal scorers in that first half. For Illinois Tech, Devin Zachary with his 4th of the season. And then for Lake Forest, later on in that first half, it was Gio Diaz on a nice header. And those are the only goals scored in the first half. 1-1 is your score as we get ready for second half action. Thanks for joining us on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network here at Stewart Field. Sunday afternoon non-conference soccer matchup, men's soccer here in Division III athletics. And we're back in play. Lake Forest now will be going right to left. On your viewing perspective, the Scarlet Hawks will be going left to right. Scarlet Hawks again in all white with red numerals. Lake Forest black with red stripes in the front and white numerals in the front and back. For the Hawks, Devin Zachary, Zach Skiba, Matthew Watson, Christian Garcia, Dominic Krupa sans his knee brace, which had a malfunction, so he had to take it off. Piero Samitras, Paul Balea, Athanasis Karagiannis, and Carson Floyd. So, and along with Mateo Sanchez, those are your full starters from the first half, with Colin Thomas still in net. For the Foresters, still in net is goalkeeper Dennis Turdine, Marcus Pricing, Gio Diaz. Griffin Weiss is still out there for Lake Forest. Alexis Flores, who's handling the ball right now. Peter Serbo. Nathan Kostavetsky. Rafael Bonilla Clamaco. Here's Flores' kick. That one's going to curl to the outside. That's going to be knocked down, bodied down by Miguel Rodriguez. Also in there is Eric Rodriguez. Upfield headed by Gio Diaz, and they're going to whistle Lake Forest for an offsides there. I believe I got all of the Lake Forest players. Also on that far side, I believe is, or near side for you, Nico Lamonto, number 7. Is also out there for Lake Forest. So most of their first half starters, along with Weiss and Kostavetsky. And we're going to get a foul as Serbo fouls Devin Zachary. Free kick coming for Illinois Tech. Actually, it was Zachary with the foul. Christian Garcia will take the kick to restart. Now Watson over to Zach Skiba. Christian Garcia back to Watson. Watson upfield. That's chipped forward by Flores of the Foresters. A header between Serbo and Zachary. Christian Garcia comes down with it. Here's Zachary. Zachary Up high to Paul Balea. Here's Balea. Balea dancing around a defender, through ball, finding Sanchez, and he tucks it in the corner! Balea from Sanchez, and just like that, the Hawks take the lead. 41-36 to go here in the second half. Illinois Tech goal. Scored by number 9, Mateo Sanchez. The assist, number 8, Paul Balea at 41-36. So for Sanchez, that's his 4th goal of the season. So both Sanchez and Zachary with a goal in this match after they both had 2 on Friday. So now they each have 4 apiece to lead the team. Sanchez with a goal and an assist on the match, and Paul Balea getting the helper. And I think they're going to whistle a handball on Flores. So free kick coming for Illinois Tech. Quickly set back into play by Sanchez. Back to Zachary. Zachary, left foot, rolled on, and Turdine able to cover up. Good quick transition by the Hawks, trying to catch Lake Forest napping a little, but Turdine was up to the challenge. And we're going to get a foul on Krupa. And now Krupa is issued a yellow card. So Dominic Krupa with the yellow card. That's the 2nd yellow card for the Hawks. Free kick coming for Lake Forest. It's like Peter Serbo taking the kick. High chip towards the box. Headed up, knocked down by Christian Garcia. Pushes it towards the circle, but Bonilla Climaco gets there first and throws it inside to Griffin Weiss. Karagiannis knocks it down. Balea tries to chip it away. Now Karagiannis upfield across the midfield stripe. Too far out front. And that'll go out of bounds. The intended recipient was Carson Floyd, but too strong by Karagiannis. Here's Marcus Pricing. Over to Gio Diaz off the back heel. Skiba able to intercept. Nice job by 12 in white to get possession for the Hawks. Now Sanchez slows it down. Spins to the outside. Weiss trying to pull him down. Yeah, that one Sanchez kind of fell before the contact, so it made it look like it was a foul, but Sanchez actually slipped. That ball comes over to Colin Thomas, who will gather it up for the Hawks inside Scarlet Hawk territory. Now far side. Karagiannis. Simitris. Boots it upfield. There's Devin Zachary. Zachary knocks it down. Zachary over to Sanchez. Sanchez throws it on the box. It hits the post. It hit the corner of the near post. What a blast from Sanchez. Just missing. Boy, 4, 9, and 6 in white are feeling it right now. As they're getting their opportunities and capitalizing when they can. Sanchez, again, the game against Lawrence, he missed some opportunities, but he was eventually able to capitalize. He kept at it as a good scorer will. You know, you're not going to put your gun in your holster, and he was able to keep attacking, and eventually it paid off, and then he got a pair of goals on Friday at Eureka. Now here's Zachary cutting to the inside. Good job by Flores to get his body in the way. McKenzie, Coach Marlon McKenzie calling for a foul, but none forthcoming. Good job by Flores to keep Zachary off the attack there, away from the ball. Into the circle they go. Gio Diaz ahead. And here they come inside. Chip towards the box. And it goes wide of the far post. The Foresters had their opportunity there. Eric Rodriguez, I believe, missed that opportunity. Goes wide of that far post. So dangerous opportunity there for Illinois Tech, but they were able to survive and maintain the 2-1 lead after that early second half goal from Mateo Sanchez. Headed upfield by Krupa, tapped away by Pricing. Now Mateo Sanchez. Flores will take it. Sanchez wanted a foul by Flores, but not forthcoming. Here's Eric Rodriguez. Serbo trying to feed it in. Simitris finds it, gets it to Carson Floyd. And we're going to get a foul. And we're going to get a yellow card on Serbo. Peter Serbo with the yellow card. Here's Piero Simitris will take the free kick. 36:27 on the clock when it was whistled. And now we're back in action. Carson Floyd near side. Garcia up high to Krupa. And now Karagiannis will drop it to Simitris. Simitris over to the center of the field where Matthew Watson hauls it in. Watson to Krupa. Oh, Krupa's pass to Simitris was slow. No foul coming. As Eric Rodriguez was taken down. Foresters definitely wanted a foul, but none forthcoming. Here's Devin Zachary. Zachary taken down, and we're not going to get a call either. The officials looking at each other, but none's coming. So they're calling no foul. So each team unhappy with the officials here on the last two non-calls, but we play on. It'll be a throw-in for Zach Skiba. Zach Skiba looking for an outlet, tosses it to Sanchez, Mateo Sanchez. And Sanchez going to get fouled by Pricing. Free kick coming for the Scarlet Hawks. Piero Simitris will take the kick. Simitris will take the kick. Chipping it towards the box, curling it in. Punched out of there by Turdine. And then we get a whistle. So a foul in the box there. Turdine came out to punch that one away. And then he'll chip it upfield to Marcus Pricing. Here's Pricing on the far side. He'll navigate towards the middle of the field, bring it over to Weiss. Now to Turbo. Turbo punched out by Thomas, and then pushed upfield by Christian Garcia. And now we got a player shaken up. That might be Watson. Matthew Watson shaken up after that ball towards the net. Now the training staff coming out to take a look at Watson. 34:02 on the clock, and we got a water bottle break there. So Watson will come off. Coach McKenzie telling Zach Skiba he's going to move to the center back position. And it looks like for the Scarlet Hawks, it'll be Alex Malawat who will come in for Matthew Watson. Actually, all right, now I'm confused because now Ben Mell is out there. And coming out, yeah, there was two subs who came in there. Hank, okay. So Coach McKenzie also took out Dominic Krupa and put in Ben Mell. And then Alex Malawat came in. So 4 for 25 and 2 for 27. Or 3. 2 for 3. 2 for 3. 2 for 3. 4 for 25. Corner kick coming for the Foresters. That one's curling in. Ball is knocked down. Oh, punched out of there at the last minute. Paul Balea gets a foot on it as Pricing had that corner beat. But Paul Balea darting to that far post and knocks it out. Throw in coming on the near far side. Serbo's throw. And that goes off the body of Miguel Rodriguez over the back line. That'll be a goal kick for the Hawks at 32-30. So the substitutions for the Hawks, as Alex Malawat came in for the injured Matthew Watson, and in that same sequence, Ben Mell came in to replace Dominic Krupa. So pair of substitutions. Oh, nice slide tackle there from Pricing. Pricing now up high to Gio Diaz. Serbo on the near side. Peter Serbo into the box. Zach Skiba punches it away. Now Miguel Rodriguez. Rodriguez taking it wide, chipping it towards the box. Header ball is loose, and that one chipped high and over the fence onto 31st Street. Couple passers-by didn't even know the ball was coming their way. Or they did, they just didn't care. So our first 31st Street ball for the day. That's where the ball shaggers earn their money. Here's Colin Thomas with the kick. 31-17 to go here in the second half. Hawks with a early second half goal, just like they did in the first half. And they have a 2-1 lead, but Foresters continue to pressure. This has been a good, even match. Foresters have had the better shots from the first half stats. Here's Gio Diaz, lone goal scorer for the Foresters. Along that back line, gets free. Diaz centering. Skiba blocks that one. Zach Skiba. Upfield they go. Here's Mateo Sanchez. Sanchez spins. And trying to fit the seam, trying to find Carson Floyd there, but he was too far to the outside. That curled over to Bonilla Climaco, who pushes it upfield for Lake Forest. Here's Alexis Flores. Malawat battling with Pricing. Malawat will chip it to Zach Skiba. Back upfield they go. Knocked down by Serbo. Now Sanchez. Here's Christian Garcia underneath the circle. He'll spin. And drop it to Thomas. Under 30 minutes to play, 29-48 here in the second half. Thomas being pressured by Kostavetsky. Now Piro Samitras deep into Lake Forest territory. Here's Balea. Balea ahead, trying to pass it over to Floyd. It's knocked out of there by Lake Forest, heading towards that near sideline. Kargianis tries to keep it in, but unable to. That'll be a throw-in for Lake Forest on that near side. Miguel Rodriguez. Eric Rodriguez. Now Paul Balea. Christian Garcia ahead to Devin Zachary. Devin Zachary, left foot, he scores! Devin Zachary with his second goal of the match on a beautiful feed from Christian Garcia, and the Hawks take a 3-1 lead. Illinois Tech goal is second of the match, scored by number 6, Devin Zachary. Assist number 11, Christian Garcia at 28:50. Substitution coming in now for Lake Forest as entering the game, Ollie Francis, and coming out is Griffin Weiss. Hawks now up by 2, 3-1 with 28:50 to go in the second half. Beautiful upfield rush. And again, Devin Zachary, Mateo Sanchez, they've both been feeling it offensively. And for Devin Zachary now, back-to-back games with 2 goals. And he's 5 goals on the season to lead the Hawks. Mateo Sanchez right behind with 4. Here's Ben Mell. Matthew Watson continues to get repairs over on the Hawks sideline. He'll look to re-enter. Had some sort of cut that he was dealing with. And now we get a foul. Late whistle. It looks like Paul Balea will get the call. Taken down was Gio Diaz. Hand slap there between Balea and Diaz, so we get ready for the free kick coming for Lake Forest. Serbo, Lamonto, and Kostavetsky talking it over. Now Lamonto and Serbo talking it over again. Serbo lining up for the kick. And he'll take it. And that sails over the crossbar. Good idea by Serbo, but just a little too high. And the Hawks will have a goal kick. So Alex Malawat will check out, number 2. Coming back into the match is Matthew Watson, number 3. So Malawat doing a good job there, substituting for Matthew Watson while Watson was being tended to by the training staff. Colin Thomas will take the kick, 26:50 remaining in the second half, 3-1 lead for Illinois Tech. Illinois Tech looking to move to 4-0-1 on the season. That's about as good of a start as you can hope for. As that ball's bouncing inside the box, coming out to meet it is Dennis Turdine before Zachary could get his foot on another one there. And now that ball rolling over towards the near side, rolls out of bounds for a throw-in for the Hawks. It'll be Karagianis to take the throw. Athanasis Karagiannis. Over to the back line where Carson Floyd heads it upfield, but it's booted forward by Bonilla Climaco. And we're going to get a foul called on Watson, on Gio Diaz, and looks like we're going to get a yellow card on Matthew Watson. So yellow card on Watson on the foul on Gio Diaz. So we're going to have another water break in about 3 minutes. So 22:54-ish area. That ball's headed forward by Karagiannis out of bounds. Throw in for Lake Forest on that near side. Scarlet Hawks racking up the yellow cards today. Zach Skiba, Matthew Watson. And I think Paul Pelea was the other one. Corner kick for Lake Forest. Peter Serbo with the kick. Right foot kick curling to the inside, deflected off the hands, and then the post. Off the hands of Thomas, and then off of the far post. Well, the Hawks escaping danger a few times. Although, as you remember, Mateo Sanchez hit the corner, the right corner, in that first half. So each team having some near misses. Substitutions queuing up for the Scarlet Hawks. Jay Skiba and Nick Skiba, along with Cal Graham, getting ready to come in at the next opportunity, which may be post-water break. We'll see. Oh, big contact there from Bonilla Climaco as he fouls Sanchez from behind. And now the time stop. We're going to get a yellow card. They're going to move this. Training staff's going to come out to take a look at Sanchez. He's grabbing his shoulder. And we get a yellow card issued for Bonilla Climaco. All right, so they're going to push the water break to right now, 24:10 on the clock. And they're going to stop for the water break now. So 24:10 is the time as they're going to get a hydration break. And while they're doing that, I'm going to get a hydration break. How about that? All right, so that's your hydration. Let's get an update on the stats. Up to this point, 3-1 Hawks lead. 14 shots for the Foresters, 7 for Illinois Tech. 5 shots on goal by Illinois Tech, 4 for Lake Forest. 8 corner kicks now for Lake Forest to the only 1 for Illinois Tech, and that was in the first half. 3 yellow cards issued to Illinois Tech, 2 for Lake Forest. 8 fouls for Illinois Tech, 7 for Lake Forest. 2 offsides against the Foresters, 1 for the Scarlet Hawks. And those are your totals. And let's get your yellow cards. So your yellow cards, the first half, Zach Skiba got a yellow card. In the second half, we've had 4, 2 on each team. For the Hawks, Dominic Krupa and Matthew Watson. And for Lake Forest, Peter Serbo and Rafael Bonilla Climaco. Those are your yellow cards in this match. Looks like Cal Graham, let's see. Graham did check in. Jake and Nick Skiba waiting to come in. And Graham battling. Ball comes up front, Ben Mel. Now Christian Garcia. And we get the whistle. And we're going to get an Illinois Tech foul near that back line. I think they're going to say Cal Graham with the foul. Not exactly sure. Graham coming up a little bit lame, to say the least. Oh, they're going to call a foul there. Foul on Zachary. Coach McKenzie continuing to exhort his team to press, and Cal Graham's not doing well right now. That's about all I can say. Hopefully he's able to rebound there. Play along the near side. You can continue, maybe you hear it in the background there, but Coach McKenzie continuing to exhort his team to apply pressure. Now Zach Skiba let that ball sail into the zone, and it's going to go out of bounds for a throw-in. Yeah, Coach McKenzie wants to see the intensity and the pressure applied. Now Jake and Nick Skiba coming in. Coming out is Christian Garcia. And Carson Floyd. Coming in for Lake Forest is number 15. That is Arthur Soltis. He's taking the place of Alexis Flores. Those are your substitutions up to date now. Here's Piros Simitras. Big kick upfield, finding Devin Zachary over on the far side. Zachary knocks the ball down, chips it ahead. Good release there by Zachary. And taken down, and we're going to get the penalty kick. Penalty kick coming as Devin Zachary was taken down inside the box. And he's a little slow to get up right now, so some concern there, and now he's on his feet. Clock stops at 21-21. We're going to have a penalty kick as the foul by Marcus Pricing results in the penalty kick for the Scarlet Hawks. And it will be Devin Zachary to take the kick, although he's a little bit lame after the foul along the back line there. Well, Zachary looking for the hat trick. 21:35 will be the time on the clock, 21:35. As the official came over to adjust the time. So we put 14 seconds back on the clock. And we got a yellow card for the goalkeeper. So he wasn't in position for the penalty kick. So a yellow card was issued for goalkeeper Dennis Turdine. We'll add that to the log of yellow. Devin Zachary, penalty kick coming. Looking for the hat trick. And he gets it into the right corner. Devin Zachary with the hat trick. And the Scarlet Hawks lead 4-1. Illinois Tech goal, his third of the match. Scored on the penalty kick by number 6, Devin Zachary. At 21:35. So Devin Zachary getting rewarded for his efforts, having a great start to his season. 2 goals against Eureka, follows that up with 3 goals against Lake Forest. Scoring 3 of the 4 Hawk goals. That ball slips into Hawks territory, and Matthew Watson boots it back. Keeping it in play at the same time. Now Balea, off the body of Zachary, but it comes over to Jake Skiba. Now Balea again. Balea dancing, gets by a defender. Balea now ahead to Jake Skiba, goes to that. That one rolls off to the sideline. That'll be a throw-in for Lake Forest. Pricing upfield, finding Soltis. Over the back line. And what are they going to say? Corner kick it is. Corner kick for the Hawks. Lining up to take the kick will be Nick Skiba. As the Hawks get in position, here comes Simitras. He'll get the ball on the tap. He'll stop. Back to Skiba. Punches it to the box. Header punched out by Bonilla Climaco. And then back upfield by Serbo all the way over to Matthew Watson, who heads it in the air, but not out of the reach of Kostavetsky. Kostavetsky and Watson battling. And Watson wins the battle. But then he gives it right back. Good battle there by Watson, but then taken back by the Foresters. Here's Kostavetsky. Covered up by Colin Thomas covers it up with Kostavetsky right on his doorstep. Hawks continue to lead 4-1 as Lake Forest will have a substitution in waiting here. Christopher Morris at the next opportunity. We're under 20 minutes remaining in the match, 19:30 to go. Up ahead by Nick Skiba. That'll roll to goalkeeper Dennis Turdine. And we always have to mention when we're in full Skiba formation, we are in that as all 3 triplets are in action. Here's Zach Skiba. Up ahead trying to find Cal Graham. Cal Graham in that far corner. Taken down, no call. And that'll result in a throw-in for the Hawks. Throw-in will be taken by Zach Skiba. And now substitutions coming in. Again is Christopher Morris coming in for Lake Forest. Marcus Pricing coming out. And then Lorenzo Fideli coming in for Devin Zachary. Big day for Zachary. Hat trick for the Hawks captain. And now Skiba along that back line. That one's still in play. Fideli. And then he pushed it just out over the back line. That'll be a goal kick for Lake Forest. Devin Zachary. His jersey looks like he's been in a battle, but 3 goals out of it. Hawks continuing to press. That's what you're hearing from Coach McKenzie. He does not want his team to take the foot off the gas pedal. And Lake Forest just hasn't had an answer here in this second half. They had the better of play in the first half, did the Foresters, in terms of shot, possession time, things like that, but it was 1-1 score. There's going to be a foul. Cal Graham fouling Serbo. Now the referee gets in between them both quickly. Serbo just a little frustrated. Don't blame him. Peter Serbo will take the kick. Hawks will have a goalkeeper change as Adam Falsino's warming up. That one's booted towards Thomas, and he'll haul it in. And he'll hit the deck. So Adam Falsino will come in at some juncture here, a goalkeeper change for the Hawks. Hawks had a trio of goalkeepers help pitch the shutout against Eureka on Friday, including Falsino and Thomas. Lake Forest has scored here 1 goal as that one's booted downfield trying to find Fideli. Fideli knocked down. That'll roll out of bounds on the far side. And what are we getting here? Substitution for Lake Forest. Arsen Uwamba coming in, 19 for 12, taking out Kostavetsky. And then coming in for Lake Forest as well as Jared Aguirre. He's checking in for Miguel Rodriguez, so 20 for 25. And that ball, you're going to say out of bounds. It'll be Illinois Tech throw-in on the far side. Zach Skiba coming over to take care of the throw-in. Another substitution queuing up for Lake Forest now is Sky Fanch. Will come in the next opportunity as Simitris trying to find Fideli. Fideli centering it to Balea, and they're going to whistle that one offsides. Here's Piros. Thomas says he'll take it, and then he'll kick it upfield. Foresters get it back, however. That one knocked out of bounds. That's Nico Lamonto on that near side. Now Christian Garcia will check back in. And substitution. For the Scarlet Hawks, Christian Garcia will come in for Paul Balea, number 8. And then coming in for Lake Forest, number 26, Sky Fanch will replace Peter Serbo. So 26 for 8 for Lake Forest and 11 for 8 for Illinois Tech. There's Christian Garcia. Heads it forward, finds Cal Graham. Ball towards the circle. Eric Rodriguez pushes it ahead. Finds Uwamba. Chip towards the box. Thomas will haul it in. We're under 15 minutes to play here in the match. 14-15 to go. Illinois Tech with a 4-1 lead on the strength of 3 goals from Devin Zachary. Christian Garcia over the midfield stripe. Oh, that one trying to get it over to Cal Graham, but getting a foot on that one was Sky Fanch. Here is Lamonto. Leaves it towards that near corner. It'll go over the back line and out. And goalkeeper substitution now. Colin Thomas will check out. 13:35, and checking in will be Adam Falsino. And apparently the 2 captains haven't had enough, so they're coming back in. Mateo Sanchez and Devin Zachary for Illinois Tech. They're waiting to come in on the next opportunity. As Nick Skiba pushes it ahead to his brother Jake. Back to Nick. Nick trying to find Cal Graham. Ball is loose. Coming out is Turdine. He meets it. And then rolls it over to the near side. Here's Gio Diaz. Diaz pushing ahead. Here comes Lake Forest with the shot. And that one goes over the crossbar. Mateo Sanchez will come in place of Nick Skiba, and then Devin Zachary will come in for Jake Skiba. So full Skiba formation has been reduced to just Zach, as the two team captains, Devin Zachary and Mateo Sanchez, check back in for the Scarlet Hawks. And it looks like Brennan Paradiso is going to come in. Matthew Watson checking out as he's continues to have issues with the cut, so he's got some blood on the jersey. So Brennan Paradiso checks in for Matthew Watson. 12:29 to go. Lake Forest kicks it up to midfield. And taken away by Ben Mel. Here's Mel. Mel circles to the outside. Sanchez too far out in front. Coach McKenzie still wanting his team to force the issue here, press them. Don't let them get comfortable inside their zone. He wants to have that aggressive stance and make that the mindset of his Scarlet Hawks. Smell blood, go for blood. Here's Sanchez trying to squeeze that one over to Zachary. Turdine will knock it upfield, where Gio Diaz will command it on that near side. Now Diaz over to Kumi. And now over to Morris. Morris stops the ball, taken away by Brennan Paradiso. Paradiso upfield, but too strong out of the reach of Cal Graham. And a substitution for Lake Forest as Finn Groover comes in. And Groover is going to replace Nico Lamonto. But Lamonto checking out, Groover in, 30 for 7 for Lake Forest. Throw in for Lake Forest and Morris. Morris to Gio Diaz. Diaz has the lone goal for Lake Forest on a beautiful header. Christian Garcia will retreat back into his zone. Now Paradiso. Oh, not enough on it. And it's taken away by Finn Groover, who just came into the match. And now inside. Oh, stopped by Falsino. Ball is loose. And they come up with it. That was Arson Uwamba. Actually, no, I think that was number 14. No, that's 19. That's 19 Uwamba. But Falsino able to cover that one up. As Lake Forest looking to cut into their deficit here. Applying the pressure. Nice move there by Sanchez. Sanchez will take it upfield on that near side. Sanchez tips it forward. Now and spins back inside. What footwork by 9. Gets it up high to Christian Garcia. Taken down. And the foul on Bonilla Climaco as Brendan Paradiso was knocked down. It's outside of the penalty area, so just be a penalty kick, but in good range. Who's going to take the kick? Piros is there. Christian Garcia. I think Piros was trying to talk Garcia into letting him take the kick. Christian Garcia now lining up for the kick. He's got Zachary to his right, Sanchez to his left. Whistle sounds. Here's Garcia, and that one high sails over the crossbar as Garcia wasn't able to get that one on target. Checking back in for Illinois Tech, Alex Malawat. and Carson Floyd. Carson Floyd coming in for Lorenzo Fideli. And Alex Malawat replacing Athanasis Kargianis. With 8:42 remaining in the match. Bonilla Climaco upfield, headed forward by Gio Diaz. In a foot race is Brennan Paradiso. And he'll get it over to Adam Falsino. Falsino will find Piros, who chips it forward to Ben Mel. Upfield they go. Malawat trying to find Cal Graham. Cal Graham battling in that near corner, pushing it towards net, but first person to meet the ball will be Turdine. Floyd continues to apply the pressure. Upfield they go. Zach Skiba heads the ball down, but it's going to be kept by Finn Groover. Mel takes it away, gets through the circle. Here's Ben Mel. Oh, changes direction nicely over to Sanchez. Sanchez back to Mel. Ben Mel. He'll leave it over to Alex Malawat. And now up high to Piro Simitras. Simitras' ball was deflected, but gets back to Christian Garcia. Back to the circle they go to Paradiso, Brennan Paradiso. Drop it off to Falsino. And now back to Zach Skiba. Falsino will get it once more. And it looks like he'll try and go up the middle. He does, finds Ben Mel. Mel slows it down. Over to Paradiso. Paradiso, a little too far out in front of Carson Floyd. Substitution for Lake Forest. Coming in is Andrew Alkire, and coming out is Rafael Bonilla Climaco. So 3 for 2 for Lake Forest. As Carson Floyd keeps it in, then it's knocked out by Eric Rodriguez. Throw in, immediate throw in by the Hawks. Floyd, he'll have another throw in. Here's Mateo Sanchez. Over to Simitras in the circle. Ben Mel. Malawat on the near side. Down to 6 minutes remaining. 4-1 lead for Illinois Tech. Cal Graham stops. Leaves it for Malawat. Looks like a handball whistled against Lake Forest. Free kick coming for Illinois Tech as Simitras will take it over on that near side. .5:11 on the clock as it counts down. Simitras with the free kick, chipping it towards the box. That's booted down by Alkire. Under 5 minutes to play now. On that back line, Zach Skiba defending there. Now they get that over to Sky Fanch. Back towards the back line again. Paradiso going for the ball, then picked up by Malawat. Upfield they go. Here's Simitras. Simitras over the midfield stripe. He'll stop, spin, and leaves it to Malawat. Check that. That's Sanchez far side, or near side. Now Paradiso again. Zach Skiba. Simitras upfield, Cal Graham. Near corner, Graham Has Zachary inside. Stutter step. Another stutter step. Chips it towards the box, trying to get it over to a Carson Floyd, who is creeping in on that left side of the net. Far side. But now here comes Lake Forest. Inside the zone they go. Christopher Morris. Morris heading towards that far corner. He brings it back up high. Morris now booting it towards the box. Headed out of there by Malawat. Kept in, however, by Lake Forest. Shot on net, deflected. Then headed upfield by Paradiso. Knocked by Floyd. And then upfield they go. Here's Cal Graham. And it's going to be offsides against the Scarlet Hawks. Sam Satiski will be coming in for Lake Forest at the next opportunity. Logan Garcia will come in for the Scarlet Hawks here at some juncture. He's getting instructions from Coach McKenzie in terms of who he's going to replace. I think he's still determining that. Here's Malawat. Malawat upfield. And it's going to be tracked down by Lake Forest. Here's Carson Floyd. Up ahead to Zachary. And another offsides as Zachary looking for his fourth goal. Christopher Morris for the Foresters. Finds Kumi. Kotaro Kumi. And then that ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Illinois Tech ball on the goal kick. Here's Logan Garcia in for Cal Graham. 19 for 27. And then for Lake Forest, Sam Satiski coming in to replace Gio Diaz, number 29. 31 for 29. Those are your substitutions up to date as we count down to 1:50 remaining in the match. 4-1 lead for Illinois Tech. Brennan Paradiso to Mateo Sanchez now. Now Simitris will boot that one upfield, finding Zachary off his foot, then knocked out over to the far side where Paradiso will head it down. Oh, that was out of bounds. They keep it in play. 1 minute remaining in the match. 1 minute. So it'll be a throw-in for Sanchez and the Scarlet Hawks as we're down to 47 seconds to go. As they'll just kind of let things wind down here. Paradiso will come and take the throw with 32 seconds remaining. Now Christian Garcia. All the way over to Falsino. And now Simitris over on the near side. Trying to feed it back over to Zachary, heading it to Sanchez. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your final score, Illinois Tech 4 and Lake Forest 1. Illinois Tech moves to 4-0-1 on the season. They'll be back here at Stewart Field this Wednesday night as they open up conference play against the Edgewood College Eagles. 7 p.m. right back here at Stewart Field. Come on out and support Illinois Tech men's soccer. Thank you for coming out to tonight's match. Please walk or drive home safely.